was I saying? Okay. You are learning to let go of those people-pleasing tendencies, and you've been doing a great job. You've never really wanted to be a people pleaser, but you had to be that in order to survive as a child and probably in other lifetimes too. Ancestors are giving us the okay to drop the habit of people pleasing because we are divinely protected and we deserve to live life on our own terms. We don't, like, we're not asking for too much. We just want to be, ourselves. Not cool? So, anyways, that being said, we've been healing the people-pleasing wound, and I have been practicing myself, guys. You know, well, you might not know, but maybe you know. People-pleasing is hard to kill. Sorry, I mean, hold on. Okay, people-pleasing is hard to expel from the system because it is generations old and lifetimes old. Because it used to be if somebody was like didn't like what you was doing, they could just, I'm serious. I really think, I mean, just think about it, guys. But anyways, okay. So that being said, we're learning to be done with the people pleasing. It's giving, I don't know how to explain this, but when you are recovering from people pleasing, when you have to set boundaries with other people, it feels like you're entering an ice bath every time that it's as hard as entering an ice bath for you to set boundaries with people. But Spirit says it has to start somewhere. So if you just do one step better in trying to set a boundary than you've ever done before, that's one step. So kind of like I was saying in the beginning of the reading with the Five of Fire, the Black Cohosh, basically you have to take one step at a time, and then after 100 steps, in this scenario, just theoretically, you go 1 to 100. No, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all the way to 100. And that's how you achieve the next level. You need 100 little experience points. And that's just theoretically. Who knows really how many experience points you need? But if you keep trying to set the boundary, like when you feel it in your heart and your gut that you don't want to do something, but somebody's kind of like, oh, well, why don't we do this? And you're like, I don't know. And you feel it in your body that you don't want to do this, but you're like gonna do it because they want you to. Just trying, being like, I don't think so. And then if you just made any sort of progress, guys, just even one little step of progress, like saying more, like even if you don't get up to saying directly no and you don't win that time, if you just try a little harder to speak up for yourself a little more than you have before, then you can build on that, and it'll keep getting easier, and it won't be like getting in an ice bath or an icy shower anymore. It'll be like, well, this is awkward for you. Because we are all really afraid of that little awkward moment when we are displeasing someone. But what about those awkward moments with ourselves and our inner child when it's like, I didn't want to do that? Even if it's something small, like somebody somehow convinced you to go to the mall and you didn't even want to go. Like, You gotta take care of little you. You gotta take care of you. Anyways, you're probably doing, I hope I'm not harping. You're probably doing a great job. If you're here right now, you're probably doing a great job at it. But just remember, I was just saying all that to say it's really hard to break the habit of people pleasing, but we will thank ourselves for it later, and we will learn how to handle awkward and difficult moments under pressure without folding. And that's what we need to learn how to do, is because we don't want to fold just because somebody wants us to and they're putting pressure on us, and there's going to be an awkward moment if we say no and this and that. We want to just sit there and be like, no, because I don't want to. Not even explaining yourself. You shouldn't have to explain yourself to everybody. Just be, no, I'm good. No, thank you. That's what I tell my little friends at school, my little 2-year-olds. No, thank you. Tell them no, thank you. Yeah. You can say that. You can say that. Okay. All right. Now, let me see if there's anything else in here. Oh, yeah. I just wanted to read this one line from the Emperor Hemlock. Trust your boundaries. They may feel pliable at first, but they will strengthen over time. By creating the conditions for other plants to thrive, hemlock is an important part of a healthy ecosystem. So maybe too, like when you are standing up for yourself and like setting boundaries, and maybe other people will see you doing this, like you'll be setting a boundary with someone, maybe like for instance at work, or it could not be at work, but just for instance, there's somebody that a lot of people are intimidated by and they don't like to say no to this person, but you respectfully say, no, thank you. And they might be displeased, but other people saw you do that and they're like, wow, I can do that. Like, I can say no to that. Like, I don't have to take that. And that will be an inspiration to other people. And for one, I know that it makes you feel good when you inspire other people. I get it. Really though, it feels good to inspire other people. It feels good to be inspired. So shine on, you crazy diamond. Yeah. Okay, now let me take a look at the next card. Oh shit, you was a leader? You didn't say anything. You're a leader. It says it right here in this book. You are a leader. Get to leading, buddy. You're good at it. And just like all the other things we were talking about, 1 to 100 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, being a leader, you have to practice to get there. You don't just become the perfect leader by, like, you don't just go 0 and jump all the way to 100 to be the perfect, well, first of all, there's no perfect leader, but to be a great leader. So, take little steps in leading and healthy and compassionate, and just lead the way that you know how, and take little steps to getting better or taking more leadership where you can and where you know you could make a difference. Because I know you can make a difference. Okay, another part.